should get this out of the way first, in case it'll totally ruin and I could tank this interview. But it didn't have to be you the entire time in this movie because you're hidden. Was it you the whole time, or was it?
No, there was a 4-week. The shoot went on for 4 weeks,
right.
And then the lead actor was no longer doing it, and I came along. There were reshoots. We didn't reshoot everything, so James Purefoy actually is in a couple of scenes early on, and there's some action sequences towards the end. Well, there's a big action sequence at the end. That's not me either.
Now, is there any vanity in you that's like, this is a huge role, it's a huge movie, a blockbuster, and a good deal of the population's not going to know that you were a part of this film?
Well, for me as an actor, that's fine. I mean, obviously, there's a side of you think, well, you want to get the next gig, but if you're thinking like that, you're thinking all wrong. And for me, the character's important, and this character wears a mask. He wears a mask, and that's it. And if you can disappear yourself as an actor into any role, that's really what you want to be doing all the time. Yeah. And you should never see V's face, and you don't.
I'm glad they didn't.
Fantastic.
I'm glad they didn't do that, because everybody was talking, I wanted a reveal at the end. I'm like, no, I didn't want to. Respect the character, respect the guy. But I was so intrigued and fascinated by watching you on screen, because I was watching you act, and it was like just little movements, shoulder movements, and it seemed to me that you couldn't even move your head that much because there was something going on with the neck there. Was
the collar was fairly restrictive.
Yeah.
But he's obviously there's a certain held quality to him.
Well, that's got to be a great.
You kind of work within that.
A great, thing for you to do, though. I mean, to really show that. I mean, that's really showing your chops when you're restricted like that. I would imagine. So.
Yeah. Well, look, it was to me, this man is full of ideas, and he loves expressing these ideas. He's very passionate about certain things, and he's also. He's a very damaged creature as well. So that complexity was the thing that interested me.
Now, was there any trick? Were you handling the knives, or were you doing that, or was that a trick of the film? Or
I could say I was handling the knives, couldn't I?
It looked pretty good. I'm like, that's either some great CGI work or this guy.
That's a guy called Dave Leach. He's an absolutely fantastic stuntman. So he's great with them.
Yeah, that was really impressive. Props to him. What about the domino scene? Was it you that unleashed the dominoes?
The dominoes were extraordinary because they were set up over 4 days.
Yeah.
It took 4 days.
Right.
The only sad thing about that shot is I'm sure a lot of people are going to think that's CGI, but they are dominoes, and that took 4 whole days to set up.
Well, so here's a guy that, first of all, I would imagine you can't even see out of there.
Yeah.
And this is a scene that you don't want to screw up.
No,
so were you like?
So you're going.
I know. I can imagine. You're like, I'm trying to find the right lead.
Yeah.
That was an impressive scene there. And what did you do? Was that the cooking scene with the egg? Was that?
Yeah.
No. What was that? Because I wanted that. I know.
It was beautiful. No, that cooking scene was the favorite thing, I think, because of the fantastic apron. Suddenly V's here, you go, there's a guy in a mask and he's got an apron on, and he's cooking an egg in, well, it was a piece of bread with an egg in it. Yeah. Or you crack the egg on it and it becomes one.
Yeah. I want that for breakfast.
Yeah, I actually had a few of them on the day. They're beautiful.
And did you feel superheroish with a cape?
I mean, there's obviously an element to the character. He has a great deal of panache, particularly when he's in the cape and the hat and the knives. And so yes, there's that element that needs to be fulfilled within the character.
Well, V says in the movie that there's a scene where he gives Natalie Portman's character the most powerful moment in her life. Have you had a most powerful moment in your life?
Well, my children were born, and being at the birth, and they were both home births, and so they were the most wonderful, powerful moments in my life.
I love this film. Thank you so much.
Cheers.